Hey everybody, it's Mike Elgin, the news director here at TWiT, and today I'm looking at the LG G Stylo on Boost Mobile. We'll get into what Boost Mobile is, but this phone is a very inexpensive phone. It has to be said right away, this is a $200 phone. Basically $199 is the suggested price unlocked. So that's what people pay for a contract phone. And one of the other standouts on this, of course, is that, as the name Stylo suggests, it has a stylus, sort of a throwback to the days of yesteryear or the Galaxy Note. And these are becoming more popular these days because of Samsung. And yet another strange thing about this is it's got a power button on the back. So there are no buttons around the sides, just this one here on the back. And for those of you unfamiliar with Boost Mobile, that's an MVNO that rides on the Sprint network. So all the characteristics of Sprint would be present in this phone, including pretty good LTE. Now let's get into the hardware of this thing. It's got a 5.7-inch 720p IPS display. You'd expect 720p on this, and IPS gives it a kind of nice sort of viewability from angles and so on. It's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 1.2 gigahertz quad-core processor. It only has 1 gigabyte of RAM. Now, there were some reports saying that it had 2, but this one has only 1 gigabyte. And it has 16 gigabytes of internal storage, a microSD card support, which, of course, as you might expect, looking at the back of this, is behind the battery inside. And speaking of the battery is actually pretty powerful. It's a 3,000 milliamp hour lithium-ion battery. The best part of it, besides the fact that it's a lot of battery for this little phone, is the fact that it's removable. So you can get an extra battery and you can find yourself in a situation where you're never lacking battery. Now, a phone with this kind of price point, $199, you would expect to really suffer in terms of both the screen and also the camera. The camera on this phone is not bad. It's an 8 megapixel rear facing and a surprisingly good 5 megapixel front facing camera for selfies. Now, the rear-facing camera has some interesting features, including laser autofocus. So a single touch on the subject will both focus the picture and also take the picture. So it's not the fastest camera out there, but it's very easy to use, and the picture quality, most importantly, is actually surprisingly good. Now, this runs Android 5.0 Lollipop, and it's got a number of software applications on it. It's the kind of junkware that you expect to find on a super low-cost phone like this. But it also has something very nice, which is this Quick Memo Plus. Now, Quick Memo is LG's note-taking app, and it's optimized for the use with a stylus. So you can use it to tap out text on a keyboard, the same keyboard exactly that you would use for using your fingers, but also you can kick into drawing mode. You can do all the things you might expect with drawing. You can set the thickness and color and so on of the line you're going to be drawing. It has an eraser, etc. And so it's very nice to be able to just type things out and then annotate that with free-form notes or pictures or sketches or whatever. And so if you're into Styli, if you like to write with a pen-like device, then this is a really cool, and to the best of my knowledge, the only phone with a stylus that's anywhere near the neighborhood of this price. And so that's a very, very good option. Now let's go through the pros and cons, starting with the pros. The number one pro, of course, is $199. This is like a really inexpensive phone. I mean, this is significantly less expensive than the OnePlus One. It has for that price, it has a surprisingly good screen, a surprisingly good camera, very accurate colors. It's a satisfying camera to use. It has surprisingly good sound. The speaker on the back, it's a rear-facing speaker, which of course has its own problems. But given the fact that it is on the back and the price point of this phone, it's a good sounding speaker across the spectrum. Now, it's got good outdoor visibility on the screen, which actually surprised me quite a bit. And it looks, as you can see, this sort of metal on the back looks premium. And so if you are waving this thing around, people are going to think you have a significantly more expensive phone than one that costs $199. And again, I mentioned the battery. This has a great battery in it. It has great battery life. You're going to go, you know, I think a lot of people are going to get 2 solid days out of it if they just use normal use. That has not been measured with any sort of battery testing methodology, but my point is that the battery life is significantly better than average. Now let's look at the cons. Now I mentioned that it has a good camera and a good screen and so on. Now if you look at the screen, you'll see that the images are good. The color fidelity is really good, with the exception of the blacks. Now when you get into dark areas on pictures or whatever it is you're looking at, you're going to get really a kind of dark gray. You're not going to get a really good solid black. So that's one of the things you give up when you go to something this low cost. Now I mentioned it looks premium, and then although that's true, it doesn't feel super premium. The fit and finish is a little bit rough around the edges. You hear a little bit of creaking when you use it and press the buttons and stuff. You can hear the plastic kind of creaking a little bit. And of course it comes with the LG's launcher, their UI. That's burdensome and it's bloated, and you can get rid of it, and you should get rid of it if you get this phone and just replace it with the Google Now interface or something else. So the bottom line, is this a buy, try, or don't buy? I would say this is a solid buy. You get so much phone for so little money that it's actually kind of ridiculous. This is the only phone, even I would say, in the sub $300 range that has some of the features that this phone has. For the most part, it feels like a premium phone. Of course, if you get into some heavy multitasking or do some serious work, or you want to do anything super fast, you're going to feel that low price. But for everyday use, for, especially if you want to use a stylus, this is a really, really great phone. Again, for $200, it's a fraction of the price of the highest end phones. And it's only, the user experience is only a little bit less than some of the mid-range to high-end phones. So I would give this a strong buy. Even if you are buying a second phone, this is a great Android phone. If you want both an iPhone or an Android phone, this would be a great Android phone to get. And for people who like a stylus, for people who don't have a lot of money to spend, for a phone that you're going to give as a gift, this is a good phone. And I think that if you get it, you're really going to enjoy it. So before you buy, this is Mike Elgin, and this was the LG G Stylo on Boost Mobile.